What up? I'm doing excellent about yourself. I call my brother son because he shine like one. Please believe. New game, man. New game. Old game, but it's new game. Alright? Camera a little shaking because it's on my arm, on my leg right now. But anyway, new game. Always assess when somebody invites you somewhere. Always assess who the person is, where the location is at, and whether or not it makes sense for you to be there. And why are you going there? And a lot of this goes for the young heads, man. The young bloods out there. A lot of this goes to you all. Because, see, a lot of people want to be a part of the action. Somebody says, hey, let's go to the mall. Let's go to the movies. Let's go over to such and such house or whatever. You're not thinking about, well, let me give it some thought. And let me figure out whether or not this person is someone I should actually be coming in contact with. Or maybe what's the field of the folks that are going to be in this particular area. A lot of folks don't pay attention to that, man. That's that spidey sense, man. That spidey sense that you have to have. Or what I call street sense. I'm originally from New York. And being from New York, it allowed me to be able to have that heightened sense of understanding to assess any situation I come in contact with. I don't just jump and be like, oh, I ain't got nothing to do, or such and such is going to be there. I got to go check it out. Nah, I don't do that. Because you know what? That's thinking with less of the full capacity of your awareness. Because something you may not be paying attention to could be getting ready to happen at that particular location or around those particular folks. And you may not even know that something like that is going to happen. But the thing is that when you get a mix of different folks, if you don't really know these folks like that, you know maybe one person, maybe two, maybe three, something like that. You don't really know that person, the crowd that they hang around. Got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. You can turn on the news and you can see it every single time. Something is going on with somebody going over at some other place, and then all of a sudden something happens. But if you're really in tune with yourself, you start to get these senses. You start to understand that, you know what, something doesn't feel right or something doesn't make sense. Know what I mean? So you have to pay attention to that. And if you don't really have street sense, which some folks don't really have the street sense, man. Whatever gets thrown in front of them, whoever says whatever, they're gun-ho and they're ready to go do it. I'm not saying you don't enjoy yourself and you don't have fun and you don't go to wherever some of the action is. But the thing is that you got to assess the situation first. You got to make sense of what it is. Even if you got to ask more questions like who's going to be there or whatever. Because sometimes even the people that you're cool with, the people that they're cool with bring the wrong kind of energy, bring the wrong situation over there. And even when you're there, you still got to assess the situation and understand and pay attention to it when you're there. I don't know whether or not I told this story on this video before, but I remember my cousin and I think I may have told the story, man. I may be repeating myself sometimes, man, but I've been putting out mad videos, man, so sometimes. But anyway, it's always a lesson and it's always repeatable. And it's always good for me to say the same thing because sometimes, folks, you can't remember everything. There's too many things going on in this world every day for you to remember a message or a lesson that you should learn. But anyway, I remember my cousin and we were going out late night. think it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning at a little adult situation, adult club. We getting ready to leave out. Some females was like, oh man, hey, y'all need to come follow us. Y'all hungry? I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and maybe see if we're going to stop and get something to eat. So we're driving. And at this time, I'm driving a high-end sports car, man. High-end sports car. And it stuck out. So, of course, folks, when they see that, they're going to be like, oh, you know what? This cat got a little bit of bread anyway. So we're rolling. First eating spot we pass. We like, man, they ain't stopped. We passed a second eatery. They ain't stopped. So I'm driving up to try to drive up a little bit closer to them, and I see them on the phone. I see a phone with the lights on in the back. And we like, hey, we trying to yell out the window like, hey, man, where y'all going? And they're like, nah, come on, keep on coming, keep on coming. We drive, we pass the third one. Tell my cousin like, nah, B, let's go on and turn around. Because you know what? I'm from the city where there's stick-up kids. And when I seen that phone in the back of the car, and they may have been calling somebody to try to set us up, and my cousin was completely blind to this. He was like, nah, come on, man, keep on going, let's go. I'm like, nah, can't keep going, man. Because they could set us up something serious, and we walking right into a trap. Said, nah, let's turn around, let's make this UE and go back home. And that's what we did. Left them, and they were like, oh, hey, peace. Can't see you. Can't chill with you. You know what I mean? Because it would have been our luck. They could have been setting up some boys, and they were in their area, setting up some boys to come get us, hem us up, and then that would have been that all she wrote. May nothing have been where it would have been, something that was fatal, but it could have been something that was serious. So I'm just telling you all that to say, be careful about when somebody asks you to come somewhere. Assess the situation. Be aware. Ask the questions. Give information to other people to let them know where you're going. All right? My mom used to do that all the time. Like, ask us, hey, man, let me get the information. Let me get the phone number, location, and all that other stuff. Because you know why? If anything, God forbid, happens, she could have been on the move to come there. Always do that, man. It's way too many things that happen in this world, man. And somebody needs to be able to stay in contact with you. Don't act like you got so much of an ego where you think you're so adult. You're so much of an adult that you don't need to let nobody know stuff. No. It's mad important to do that so that people can come back and check your whereabouts. All right? For the young bloods, man. Anyway, I bid you all a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good whatever. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Say please. Say thank you. Smile. Laugh each and every day. You know what I mean? I'm going to catch y'all on the next note. Peace out.